When will Christ return? This is a question that has weighed on the minds of many Christians over the past 2,000 years. Over the millennia, there have been several people who have tried to predict the next coming. Among these men is George Rapp, the leader and founder of the Harmony Society, a religious commune in western Pennsylvania. The members of this community believed that Christ would again walk the earth during their lifetime. Rapp had taken it one step further, trying to calculate the precise year. Eventually, he produced an answer, 1829. As the fabled year approached, many of the members of society grew anxious, and when it arrived, they waited. Throughout the winter, over the course of spring, and into the long summer. And as time continued to pass, the harmonists continued to hear only silence. Just as many of the members were becoming restless, they received a letter from a man calling himself Count Maximilian de Leon. Claiming to be the Messiah reincarnate, he wanted to come and live among the harmonists, since they had created a society that was the epitome of Christian values. Joyous to hear of his coming, the harmonists eagerly awaited his arrival. When he finally did arrive in late 1831, George Rapp immediately realized this man was no Messiah, but rather than turning the impostor away, he decided to allow him and his followers to stay throughout the coming winter. This, however, gave the charlatan time to convince many of the harmonists to leave with him. One tactic Count de Leon used was the promise that men and women could live together as husband and wife rather than brother and sister, a practice made common in the Harmony Society by their strict rules and celibacy. When winter broke into spring, almost 300 of the 800 Society's members penned their names, demanding release from the Society's bonds so they could be allowed to follow Bernhard Mueller, the Count's real name, and his teachings. They were allowed to leave, with a promise of 3 payments totaling around $150,000. Those who succeeded settled on the other side of the river a short ways down, and received only the first 2 payments, the other withheld to cover costs and damages. Over the 250,000 people who left with him, only 8 continued with him to Louisiana. Many of the men and women succeeded, may have just saw this as an opportunity to leave the society, and may have little regard towards the Count and his teachings. For the 2/3 of members that remained, the society would continue to thrive for decades to come. George Rapp tried to recalculate what year Christ would return. Assuming Mueller to be the Antichrist that would mislead many for 7 years, Rapp figured that Christ would arrive in 1836. After this prediction failed, he stopped trying to predict when and decided to be as ready as he could. Although the real line of Judea never arrived before the end of society in the early 20th century, the community they built still stands and lives on to this day.